I think I just figured it out. So in yesterday's update, if you haven't seen it yet, they added a new item to the game called butter cake. And when I was doing my update video yesterday, I commented on the fact that under the item, it says, if you know, you know. Every single item in the game has a tiny little description, and this one just seemed a little bit off to me. But I did some research off camera, and like I said, I think I figured it out. So hear me out. These are all speculations, and this is not confirmed. But I think it makes a lot of sense. Because when you go to Google and you look up what is Buttercake Fortnite, you'll see this as the top result. The Klombo, or Buttercake monster, as it is colloquially known by fans, is a brand new creature in Fortnite that can be found roaming the island. Now, all the rumors suggest that we should be getting Klombo in the game quite soon, and it makes a lot of sense that they actually added something that's a little Easter egg towards Klombo. You know, you put two and two together, and that makes a lot of sense. Basically, the story behind it is that Buttercake was apparently the code name for Klombo before it actually got introduced under the name Klombo. And what I will say is shout out to the people in the comments, man. You guys went crazy and just let me know that that was definitely the case. I didn't know that in my first video, like I said. And it does say at the bottom, if you know, you know. And I have no idea what that means, so I guess I don't know. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking, Kaz, that's cool and all, but what does that actually mean? And here's where my theory comes in. If we look at two items in the oven, the butter cake and bread, you'll see that they are the exact same thing. They both give 10 hearts and 10 hunger, and there's literally no difference. And I think that the difference between the two is that we are gonna need butter cakes a lot. Because again, butter cake definitely points towards the fact that Klombo will be coming in a later update. And if that is the case, I have a feeling that we're gonna be able to barter or trade with Klombo when he's roaming the island using butter cakes. Maybe you feed him butter cakes and it gives you good and rare loot. Maybe you'll give him butter cakes and it'll help protect you through the nights. Who knows? There's a ton of different possibilities, but I have a sneaky good feeling that butter cakes are about to be super useful in the big update when it comes out. Some people are even saying there might be a Friday update this week, and I don't know if I fully believe that, but whenever Klombo does come out, whether it's next week or next month, I think we're gonna have to start stacking up on those butter cakes. So in today's episode of the survival series, we are becoming a farmer, and luckily we do have a garden plot that I built somewhat recently because we're gonna need a lot of wheat today. So let's go ahead and just collect what we have. And I also have to collect all of this stuff because I'm gonna clear out every single garden plot today so that we can fully fill this up with a farm of wheat, because when you do that, you can come over here to the grain mill and you can swap a few items so you can eventually make flour. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the progression and everything you need to know to get started on doing this in your own worlds to prepare for Klombo. But before I do, I wanted to say welcome back to the channel. If you are not yet subscribed, make sure you do, because I'm uploading every single day and we're gonna ramp it up with this new update coming out. I am super hyped, and honestly, the update that we got yesterday isn't as bad as I originally thought. I was definitely a little harsh on it, but I think it's a step in the right direction, and I'm very excited to see what comes in the future. I think we got a few more good summer updates coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel for all things Lego Fortnite. Also, code Kaz in the item shop if you guys are buying any Lego Fortnite skins. But other than that, let's get back into the farming, because like I said, I got to show you guys exactly how you should do this in your own worlds. But let me know what you think in the comments, because maybe you guys don't even believe that this is a real thing. At this point, it's just a theory. I could be completely wrong, but I really do believe that they're going to add something of the sort with the butter cake. So yeah, I'll be preparing in today's video, and you guys can go ahead and sit back and watch me grind. I never farm in this game, so I'm actually kind of doing this for the first time myself, but I think I know what I'm doing. So as you can see here, we have a cow. That's going to be important, because if you would remember, the three resources we need to make butter cake are milk, flour, and eggs. And one of the easiest ingredients to get out of those three is going to be milk, because all you have to do in theory is feed vines to your cow and he should produce you milk. I personally never done that before. I've only ever looked it up, so hopefully I wasn't lied to online. You can't believe everything you read on the internet, but assuming that that's the case, then we are doing the right thing anyway. Let's go ahead and plant a few more wheat grains for the time being. Oh, and I just saw Stakesy do a little emote, so I wonder if... Yep, we got some milk. Okay, so that is confirmed. We do get milk by feeding him vines, so I'll just continue to deposit vines into here for the time being. And I think the thing that's going to be our limiting factor today is definitely the wheat production. We're going to need a lot of this stuff, and I think that these 8 garden plots is not going to be enough, so I might have to make a few more garden plots right now. And yeah, farming is definitely not my expertise, but I hope you guys are enjoying this video regardless, because yeah, I definitely have to sharpen my skills in this aspect of the game. And I'm not sure exactly how long it'll take to grow all this wheat, so I'm just gonna sit down and watch it grow, and then I'll continue to show you everything we're gonna need for these butter cakes. Oh, wait. Wait, that was so fast. Okay, so we already got one down, so we can collect it for 1 wheat, and then we can come over here to the grain mill, and hypothetically, yep, 1 wheat when processed through the grain mill will give you 3 wheat grains. That's nice because essentially we just got a 1 for 3 trade. We can put them all straight back into the garden plot, and as you can see, we're going to exponentially grow the amount of wheat we have, and in return, we can eventually come back up here and put the wheat grains in for flour, which is one of the main ingredients of course, our cakes. I hope this is all making sense, because like I said, this is out of my forte, but you know, we're trying to expand our knowledge here. Anyway, back to hanging out. All right, 2 more pieces of wheat. We'll collect that. Oh, wait, we just got a 3rd. The nice part is it also gives you vines, which you can then come over to our barn and put inside again, and then you also get milk. The last thing we're gonna need, and I'm sorry, the entire video has been dedicated to the butter cake. Maybe we'll do something else later in the video, but for now, the last ingredient we'll need are eggs, and to be honest, that's the one thing that I'm really not sure how to get. I still have to do a Google search on that. I've done all my other research, but yeah, let's collect this wheat. We'll turn it all into wheat grains, and we will expand our farm out this way now. Hey, and the butterfly. Oh, it's only 1 egg. But speaking of eggs, that's the thing we need to go hard on next because I don't have any at the moment. And after doing some research, I figured out that you also, to my knowledge, can't even get eggs from the barn. So I think we're going to have to go the old-fashioned route for this one. And we made it out here to the middle of nowhere where I just located some chickens. And I also did some farming off camera. As you can see, we got a lot of vines. This is the old school way of doing it, but I believe if I just throw a stack of vines on the floor, eventually one of the chickens will find it. Here we go. And when he consumes 50 vines, he should... There we go. Okay, let's see how many he gave us. It was 8. Not terrible. I'm assuming I could probably do that over and over again as well. So let's throw it down. Let's see if the same chicken will give us another 8 because this was the same chicken that just gave us our last batch. And if this works, this will be very nice. It looks like he will. Okay, let's see if he gives us 8 again. He gave us 10 this time. That's absolutely amazing. We're just going to continue to do this because like I said, I don't know another good way to get eggs. So I'm just going to keep tossing our vines on the floor and hopefully we can continue to just do this. Filled up on some more vines and we found some more chickens, so let's go ahead and feed them. What? Spiders eat eggs? They're stealing my eggs, bro. What's going on? I was just trying to get a satisfying shot of all the eggs sitting on the floor and then they started disappearing. Anyway, we got more work to do. Okay, and I think that we are about good here. Let's collect all of the last of our eggs, and as you can see, 136 should be about good for now. And again, as we're returning home, I want to emphasize that Klombo, when he was in Battle Royale back in the day, the main thing that he did was he dropped items. Whenever he ate special berries around the map, he would eat them and sneeze out weapons, ammo, and other useful gear. He was also a good source of mobility and other things like that, but the main thing we're focusing on is the fact that he would eat berries and then he would give you special loot. And again, ideally, that's what we do with the butter cakes. But let's go ahead and make some because as you can see, we've been collecting a lot of wheat. We have a lot of eggs now, and I think we have about every other resource we need. But now for the fun part, we're just going to pour all of our wheat grains into the grain mill here, and that'll produce us a ton of flour. But we are basically good to start making some actual butter cakes ourselves because we've been waiting too long on that. So yeah, we're basically just mass producing butter cakes at this point, and we're going to continue to do so over the next coming days and weeks until the Klombo update drops. Like I said, I just have a crazy feeling that that's going to be the case, and we're going to need a lot of these butter cakes. So yeah, let me know if you guys agree with my theory and if you guys will be doing that as well. But that's enough farming and busy work for the video. Let's do something else. I'll continue to do this off camera, but I don't want to make an entire video about me just farming crops because, yeah, I feel like that might get a little boring. And there's a few things we need to do, but before I leave my base to go on a resource run, I did want to go over here to my granite chest, and it looks like I don't even have that much granite, but I have enough to get started on the first project that we need to do. And before I go up anymore, you can see that the roof is starting to come together here. I definitely need to do more layers of it, but straight ahead of us, it is very rough looking, and the rest of it is pretty perfect. You can see the alignment. It looks pretty good all the way around until you get to this part. I don't know if you can tell the difference on video, but there's definitely a difference with the way it overlaps. So we're going to try to fix that first. I don't know what went wrong here, but we just got to tear it down. And now we have to build it back up. And that looks much better than it did before. You know, usually when I'm working on my base nowadays, I have my friend with me, but today he couldn't log online and I'm not sure why. He did tell me he would be back on in a few episodes though. Anyway, before we go off on a resource run, we need to go ahead and collect and show you guys what we've been up to because we have been grinding like hours of farming off camera for this video. Last time I picked it up, I was kind of just getting started, but now I have just the most amount of wheat grain seeds. As you can see, I have a ton of flour ready to be collected. And over here, we got all of our seeds. We'll go ahead and just deposit some more wheat in the meantime. But yeah, we have everything we're gonna need. To end off today's video, I'll make sure to collect all these resources and actually cook up more butter cakes. But for now, we're gonna get going. One last thing. We need to actually talk to our villagers. I assigned every single villager in our world, or basically every single one, to the same task of cooking food. And apparently Dana's not done yet. Maybe some of my other villagers are though. I assigned them all to cook food to see if they would actually make us butter cakes. And it looks like no, Polar Peely didn't. What about you? Wait, there's 2 villagers down here? That's crazy. Okay, let's see if they made us butter cakes. No, and I'm just gonna guess. Oh, wait, we didn't even change his job. Okay, this will be our last attempt for now before I think we can safely assume that, okay, well, he's not even done. Tomato Head will be our last one. And yeah, I can safely assume and confirm that there are no butter cakes able to be made from villagers at the moment. Maybe they'll change it, but for now, you are gonna have to do the farm grind if you want to prepare your butter cakes like I've been talking about all video. But like I said, we do want to go on one resource run, and I want to go over to the Frostlands biome. What the? That subscribe sign looks cursed. Subscribe anyway, though. Anyway, we bring you to the Frostlands biome for the next part of our adventure because right behind me is a frost shell. I actually don't even know what you call these things. I guess like a frost roller is the proper name. I don't know. Long story short, I'm fully out of Totem of Returns. This is basically the last one I could possibly make. And the limiting ingredient right now is going to be the frost shell itself. So we've got a method today. I have 2 swords. One has triple luck and one has triple damage. We're going to go ahead and get the roller as low as we possibly can. Ow. We're going to get him as low as we possibly can like this. And then we're going to... Oh, we're lagging. This is scary. I don't want to stop lagging and die. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish him off with our luck sword. Hopefully sometimes it'll kick in and we'll get 2 or 3 frost shells. That time we only got 1, but like I mentioned, we're on a hunt for these things, so we're gonna get quite a bit. And what in the world? How did I just... Okay, they're probably just some random people that were walking up the path, but I never really see dropped floppers and fish on the floor. Look, I literally got recipes because I've never picked one of those up. I don't know. That was just super random. But anyway, back to our hunt. Okay, and we got all of our frost rollers. I actually ended up at Star Wars Island since it's a more confined area. I found that to be super helpful, but let me know down in the comments where you guys usually find your rollers because this honestly took me a very long time to do. All right, so we just finished putting away everything, so now we can make a ton of Totem of Returns because keep in mind, they're not only for me, they're also for my buddy Code Kaz. And that's all nice and tidy, but to finish off this episode, we have to do what we said we were going to do at the very beginning, and that is go ahead and collect all of the rest of our flour. We can also come over here to this chest, which I basically repurposed to have every single ingredient for our butter cake, and we are just sending it. As you can see, we've already cooked up 13 and there are a lot more to come. If you take a look at the ingredients list, you can see that we are pretty rich in everything. All of my milk is in another chest, so I got to get that, but we're just going to continue to cook these up, and I'm going to end the video here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's not forget about my prediction at the beginning of this video. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. Do you really think that the butter cakes are made for Klombo, or do you think they're just another useless item in the game? I personally think they're going to be very useful. Obviously, that's why I'm making so many, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare. Let me know if y'all are doing the same. I will catch y'all later, though. Peace.